so much as a warning. Life hangs in the balance. Human endeavor turns to chaos. And within seconds, nothing will ever be the same. Ever.
No corner of the world is safe from destruction. In Brazil, residents flee for their lives when a series of massive explosions decimates a chemical plant. And a mishap on an aircraft carrier off the coast of Lebanon sends an A-7 jet crashing into the sea. The wait is over. The chaos starts now. I'm Ron Pitts, and things are about to get destroyed in seconds.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. An out-of-control fire rages at a chemical storage facility. The building houses thousands of canisters containing highly combustible chemicals used to make cleaning products. As temperatures near 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit, pressure inside the metal canisters builds. A nearby school is evacuated. Residents grab what they can and flee to safe ground. Over 100 firefighters battle the blaze with water cannons and foam. The roof of the building is blown clean off as explosion after explosion rocks the most populous city in the southern hemisphere. Projectiles bounce off nearby structures and explode in the streets. Damaged tanks leak chemicals which pour into the street and quickly catch fire. After 4 hours, the inferno is finally brought under control. Hundreds of blackened chemical canisters litter the neighborhood. Several homes and cars are completely destroyed. The inferno shreds tires and melts asphalt for blocks around. Even though the plant is located in a densely populated residential neighborhood, no lives are lost and only 12 people are injured. Authorities never determined what set off the initial fire. Whether he's going forward or backward, Tanner Hall is considered one of the best free skiers in the world. The Montana native has won 7 gold medals at the Winter X Games and is the only athlete to win 3 in 2 different categories. From big drops to amazing acrobatics, Tanner's unique style and skills have taken him to slopes around the globe. Today, Tanner has decided to test himself against Utah's legendary Chad's Gap. It's a man-made 120-foot leap that starts with a 14-foot snow ramp. Early in the day, Tanner tries the jump. To make it more challenging, he begins with his back to the slope, then rotates 2.5 times before hitting the landing ramp. This jump is successful, so Tanner decides to try it the same way one more time. Tanner Tanner must reach at least 40 miles an hour for him to make it to the landing ramp. But the snow has melted since his earlier attempt, slowing him down. He can't get enough height on his jump and undershoots the landing ramp, hitting feet first. The force slams him face down and bends his legs backwards over his head, eventually flipping his entire body over the crest of the peak, and then 100 feet down the slope. Tanner is in excruciating pain.
My ankles are broken! My ankles are broke!
His ankles are broken!
I got broken ankles!
He's coming, Tanner! Stay there, Tanner! Don't move, buddy!
Fellow skiers converge on the scene.
He'll be back.
Tanner is rushed to the hospital with a pair of broken ankles and a shattered heel. It takes Tanner 3 months to recover from this accident. But eventually, he returns to skiing.
And we are green!
In the wild world of off-road truck racing, speeds can exceed 100 miles per hour. Add rough terrain, and anything can happen.
Up and over! The right front corner! And, oh, Douglas over the barriers onto the other part of the track. Multiple tumbles. Huge crash.
Off-road trucks are built primarily of a roll cage and fiberglass shell. They have no windshields or window glass. Only a window safety net keeps the driver's arms inside in the event of a rollover. At the 2007 World Series of Off-Road Racing, veteran racer Kurt Leduc is in second place.
It could be. Oh, wait, no! Kurt Leduc! Unsprung there, land on his wheels. That's an off-road race truck right there.
There you
Hit
go.
the gas and keep on digging, not even lose a spot.
Kurt continues the race, unaware that his truck has sustained serious damage.
Up the work, it's the right. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Up. Oh! Trees over there, and he collected one. No, there is a
When Kurt hits the rut and flips,
Kurt Leduc!
he lands hard on his right front tire, damaging the spindle on his truck's tire rod mount.
That's an off-road race truck right there.
There you go.
Kurt can still drive his truck, but when he tries to turn, his right front tire is completely unresponsive. He loses control and clips a tree at 90 miles per hour. The force of the crash unfastens Kurt's safety net, causing his left arm to flail out of the window, nearly crushing it.
Whoa, his arm got outside that truck. Wow, he got really lucky not to hurt himself.
A yellow caution flag goes up.
That was as violent a wreck as I've seen here in the world of off-road racing. Unbelievable.
All eyes are on the truck, looking for signs of life. Kurt gives the thumbs up, he's okay, and walks away with no injuries. After spending $15,000 to fix his truck, Kurt is back on the track just 2 weeks later.
Oh, right front
Something's
wheel.
not working. It's the right. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
There are trees over there, and he collected one.
Deerfield Beach, Florida. It's a typical afternoon at the Department of Motor Vehicles as people prepare to take their driver's test. But no one is prepared for this. It's impossible to outrun the 2-ton car as it plows into the DMV's main lobby. It appears that one man sees what's headed his way, but has less than a second to react. An 80-year-old woman who's there for her state-ordered retest accidentally floors the gas pedal. She drives over a concrete parking block, onto the sidewalk, through a metal sign, then into the window. According to the American Automobile Association, the number of fatalities involving elderly drivers rapidly increases after age 75. Fortunately, no one is killed in this accident, but 11 people are injured. As for the driver, she's cited for careless driving, a moving violation that comes with a mere $60 fine. It's the Top Fuel Drag Boat World Finals in Chandler, Arizona. Known as the last stop on the season circuit, thousands gather to watch their favorites lay it all on the line. Top Fuel drag boats can produce a mind-blowing 7,000 horsepower. That's enough torque to get these boats moving at 250 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds. Veteran racer Ralph Padilla has had a perfect season, but his winning streak is about to come to a violent end. Padilla and his competitor gun their 7,000 horsepower engines and accelerate to 125 miles per hour. Padilla, in the red boat, loses control when he hits a series of small waves. 2,700 pounds of hull shatters as the boat flips 15 feet through the air, releasing the safety pod with Padilla inside. A broken line discharges oxygen from the wrecked craft. For 17 seconds, there's no sign of Padilla. The pod with Padilla still inside has slipped below the surface, but does not take on water. While submerged, Padilla kicks out the bubble windshield. Finally, he breaches the surface, gasping for air. A rescue boat moves in with a stretcher. Padilla is stabilized in the water and rushed to the emergency room. He suffers 3 broken vertebrae and is certain that if it weren't for his safety pod, his injuries would have been far worse, if not fatal. The sport's governing body later changes the rules, and now all safety pods are required to stay afloat. Sweeps the Colombian countryside as the País River unexpectedly swells to 17 feet above normal. Residents grab what they can and flee the area as the waters carve away the land. Unfortunately, the bridge connecting the town with the outside world is demolished, and their only escape is now gone. There's nothing that the residents of this small community can do but watch and pray. The flooding is caused when an earthquake upstream sends a massive landslide into the river, forcing it to overflow its banks. The churning waters carve away the river bank, triggering mudslides and placing homes in jeopardy. Some have already fallen into the river, while others teeter on the edge, waiting for the inevitable. Giant chunks of earth drop away. Seconds later, the foundation gives and the house drops. Just upriver, another house succumbs. Piece by piece. When the floodwaters finally subside, a dozen entire villages have been swept away. When help arrives, the stranded and injured are shuttled out by helicopter. Rescuers begin the task of searching for survivors amid the rubble. Because of the remote location and scale of the devastation, it's impossible to know how many villagers perished. The País River flood remains one of the worst natural disasters in Colombia's history. Maribor, Slovenia. The H2 motorway that runs through this European city mirrors a motorcycle racetrack. That's why amateur riders use it to hone their skills on the straightaways and banking curves. Today, motorcyclist Aleš Sanikovic is practicing high-speed turns on a highway on-ramp. He tackles each curve with precise coordination, a perfect balance of speed and angle. Then, as he heads for the main road, he makes a fateful miscalculation. Aleš leans too far right and loses control of the bike. An oncoming driver runs over Aleš and his motorcycle. As Aleš lies motionless on the asphalt, stopped motorists rush to his aid. An ambulance arrives. Aleš is conscious and rushed to the hospital. It turns out that Aleš's helmet acts as a ramp, which sends the car airborne over his body. The motorcycle is destroyed. Aleš emerges from this near miss with a concussion, 5 broken ribs, a liver injury, and amazingly, his life. It's one of the most dangerous maneuvers in the military, taking off and landing a jet at sea. Pilots have to navigate a flight deck that heaves up and down on the waves and is only roughly 500 feet long. When landing, the pilot lowers a metal bar that hooks onto cables strong enough to stop a speeding aircraft. Errors, both pilot and mechanical, can lead to disasters. The Mediterranean Sea, December 28, 1982. The crew of the USS America is conducting a training exercise off the coast of Lebanon. An A-7 Corsair attack jet is on approach for landing. The hook and cables appear to bring the 29,000-pound jet to a stop. But then it lunges forward, forcing the pilot to eject. The jet plunges into the sea. As the pilot slams into the side of the ship, shipmates rush to help the unconscious airman. An investigation shows that the hook and cables work perfectly. But when the cables are released to allow the plane to taxi, the jet's engine throttle becomes stuck. The tires smoke as the pilot hits the brakes, but it's not enough to stop the plane from going over the edge. Wind across the deck of the ship fills the pilot's chute, pulling him off the side of the massive vessel. His shipmates' lightning-quick reactions keep the airman from being blown into the sea. The veteran pilot is critically injured, suffering 5 cracked ribs and a broken hip, but he survives. As for the A-7 Corsair, it's a $3 million loss.
I'm Ron Pitts, and we'll see you next time on Destroyed in Seconds.